The second crusade of the Abandoned One. The eye will close on the King of Blood, and a fortress will rise to contain him. After dashing the assault on mankind's bastion of strength, he who sits on the golden throne will turn his efforts to contain the threat. The fortress of Cadium will be built, and savage lupine warriors will guard it, with many others whose names, in time, will be forgotten. The bastion will be considered insurmountable, and for a time will prove so. Other such places will be planned. The naval port of Bellis Corona and the castle of Nemesis Tessera will be the foundation blocks on which any other incursion from the terrible eye is to break like a wave. When these measures are completed, all will wait, with breath abated, to see how they will fare when the eye will once again open. They will wait nearly 300 years. But the Abandoned One will not falter yet. Indeed, his allies and sponsors will rally around him in ever greater numbers, and his second assault will be every bit as strong and direct as the first. This time, however, the defenders will bear the brunt prepared. Savage fighting and unholy slaughter will erupt at the moment the invasion storms the Cadian walls, and continue until its costly conclusion 5 years later. In the meantime, the evil forces, once to meet at Cadium, will spill out from either side and begin rampaging where they can. But the preparations will prove to be strong, and a new hope will burn in the hearts of men. The Abandoned One's hammer blow will ring hollow, and he will retreat back to smolder in ire. The host of TALLOMINE. In the age of apostasy, the wolf warriors bay and howl. TALLOMINE, prince among demon princes, will lead an attack, but the outcome is hazy and the events indistinct to me. The only thing I know with certainty is that the wolf warriors will play a large part in TALLOMINE's destruction. Whether he will be eternally banished or yet rise again, I cannot see. The fourth crusade of the Abandoned One and the devastation of El Fanor. In the fourth insurgence, the horror will be spliced with fire. And again his legions will sweep forth, possessed of a renewed fervor. Cadium's walls will be besieged, and the Blood King is to personally lead the fleet towards the Segmentum emptiness. But at El Fanor, the citadel of Cromark, the drive will halt. But the Abandoned One, terrible amidst his wrathful hordes, will lead the charge against the stolid walls. His warriors will fall like leaves, but the fortress will crumble and the defenders be consumed by his boundless appetite. The life and sanity of that beleaguered place is to be washed away in an orgy of annihilation. But these sinful excesses will prove his undoing, giving as they will men time to regroup and exact a well-planned revenge on the disarrayed forces of evil that infest the ruins of the once proud castle of Cromark. The Dark Ones will be shredded to rags by their own violent indulgence.